Top 25 Amazon Manager Interview Questions and Answers. Preparing for an Amazon Manager interview requires a deep understanding of leadership principles, data-driven decision-making, and team management. These top 25 questions and tailored 90-word answers will help you showcase your expertise, confidence, and alignment with Amazon's high standards and fast-paced culture. 1. Tell me about yourself. I am an experienced manager with over X years in leading cross-functional teams, optimizing operations, and driving results. My leadership style emphasizes collaboration, innovation, and data-based decision-making. At my previous role, I increased team productivity by 20% through strategic planning and employee engagement. I'm passionate about continuous improvement and delivering measurable impact. Amazon's customer obsession and operational excellence resonate deeply with my values, and I am excited about the opportunity to contribute meaningfully in a dynamic, fast-paced environment that encourages ownership and long-term thinking. 2. Why do you want to work at Amazon? Amazon's relentless focus on customer satisfaction, innovation, and operational excellence is inspiring. I'm drawn to its culture of ownership and high standards, which aligns with my leadership philosophy. The opportunity to solve complex problems at scale and lead talented teams motivates me. I'm particularly excited about Amazon's data-driven decision-making and continuous improvement ethos. I want to contribute by leveraging my experience in managing people, improving processes, and delivering results, all while being part of a company that constantly challenges and evolves to meet global needs. 3. Describe your leadership style. My leadership style is collaborative, supportive, and results-oriented. I empower my team by setting clear expectations, providing timely feedback, and encouraging open communication. I believe in leading by example and creating a culture of accountability and innovation. I use data to guide decisions and ensure goals are aligned with the organization's objectives. At the same time, I foster team morale through recognition and career development. This balanced approach helps me build high-performing teams that consistently deliver exceptional results while remaining motivated and engaged. 4. How do you handle underperforming team members? I start by identifying the root cause of underperformance through one-on-one conversations and performance data. I provide clear, constructive feedback and set achievable improvement goals. I also offer support through coaching, training, or reassigning tasks when necessary. Regular check-ins help track progress and maintain accountability. If improvement isn't evident over time, I follow a structured performance improvement plan. My approach ensures fairness and encourages growth while maintaining team performance. I believe every employee has potential, and it's a manager's role to unlock it effectively. 5. Tell me about a time you took a risk and failed. In a previous role, I led a pilot program to implement a new workflow tool. I pushed for an aggressive timeline without fully assessing team readiness or conducting a proper risk analysis. As a result, adoption was poor and productivity dipped. I took full responsibility, paused the rollout, and gathered feedback. We relaunched with better training and support, leading to a successful implementation. This failure taught me the importance of change management, thorough planning, and involving stakeholders early to ensure alignment and readiness for innovation. 6. How do you prioritize tasks in a fast-paced environment? I use a combination of urgency, impact, and alignment with business goals to prioritize tasks. I rely on tools like the Eisenhower Matrix and daily stand-ups to reassess priorities. Delegation plays a key role. I empower team members to take ownership. I stay flexible and ready to adapt when priorities shift. Communication with stakeholders ensures transparency and alignment. This structured yet agile approach helps me manage time effectively, ensure key deliverables are met, and keep the team focused on what matters most. 7. Describe a time you had to influence without authority. While working cross-functionally on a cost-saving initiative, I needed support from another department I didn't manage. I built relationships, shared data-driven insights, and demonstrated how the change would benefit their KPIs. I involved them early, listened to their concerns, and adjusted the plan accordingly. Through mutual respect and collaboration, they became enthusiastic partners. The project exceeded our savings goal. This experience reinforced the value of empathy, effective communication, and aligning interests when leading without formal authority, skills I regularly apply as a manager. 8. How do you motivate a team? Motivation begins with understanding individual drivers, career growth, recognition, purpose. I set clear, challenging yet achievable goals and celebrate wins, both big and small. I encourage autonomy and innovation, fostering a sense of ownership. Regular feedback and recognition, both informal and formal, are part of my routine. I create opportunities for skill development and career progression. I also promote a supportive and inclusive team culture. These strategies help build trust and engagement, leading to higher morale, increased productivity, and lower turnover rates. 9. How do you manage conflicts within your team? I address conflicts proactively and constructively. I start by listening to each party's perspective to understand the root issue. I then facilitate a solution-focused discussion, encouraging empathy and mutual respect. I ensure all voices are heard and help find common ground. Clear communication and setting expectations help prevent recurrence. If needed, I involve HR or higher leadership. My goal is always to restore team harmony, maintain productivity, and create a psychologically safe environment where disagreements are handled respectfully and productively. 10. What's your approach to data-driven decision-making? I rely heavily on data to guide decisions. I start by defining the problem clearly, then gather relevant metrics to analyze trends, root causes, and impact. I use dashboards, A/B testing, or KPIs to validate assumptions. However, I also balance data with team insights and customer feedback. Once a decision is made, I monitor results and iterate as needed. This structured approach minimizes bias and leads to better outcomes. At Amazon, where data is king, I'm confident this method aligns perfectly with expectations. 11. Describe a time you improved a process. In my previous role, I noticed our inventory management caused delays. I initiated a Lean Six Sigma review, mapped the workflow, and identified redundant approval steps. By automating inventory tracking and reducing manual data entry, we cut processing time by 30%. I engaged team members throughout to ensure buy-in and smooth implementation. The change not only improved accuracy and speed but also boosted employee satisfaction. This experience reinforced my belief in continuous improvement and the importance of involving stakeholders for sustainable operational changes. 12. How do you ensure customer satisfaction? Customer obsession is central to my management approach. I regularly analyze customer feedback, survey data, and return reasons to identify pain points. I coach my team to think from the customer's perspective in every decision. I also implement root cause analysis to resolve recurring issues. Proactive communication, setting clear expectations, and ensuring fast resolutions are key. I celebrate team wins that directly impact customer satisfaction. At Amazon, where the customer is at the heart of everything, this focus aligns perfectly with the company's values. 13. How do you manage deadlines? Meeting deadlines requires clear planning, prioritization, and accountability. I begin by breaking down projects into manageable tasks with specific owners and timelines. I use project management tools to track progress and hold regular check-ins to address roadblocks early. When issues arise, I communicate with stakeholders promptly and reallocate resources if needed. I emphasize transparency and flexibility without compromising quality. My teams understand the importance of deadlines and are trained to anticipate and mitigate risks. This disciplined approach ensures consistent, on-time delivery across projects. 14. How do you handle stressful situations? In high-pressure situations, I stay calm and focus on solutions. I assess the problem objectively, gather relevant data, and involve the right people to brainstorm options. Prioritizing tasks and breaking them into smaller steps helps manage the workload effectively. I also support my team by staying positive, communicating clearly, and recognizing their efforts. Personally, I use mindfulness techniques and ensure a healthy work-life balance to maintain resilience. Stress is inevitable, but with structure, empathy, and proactive management, it becomes an opportunity to lead effectively. 15. How do you align your team with company goals? I ensure alignment by clearly communicating the company's vision and how each team member's role contributes to it. I break down strategic objectives into actionable team goals and use KPIs to measure progress. Regular meetings and updates help keep everyone on track and motivated. I also encourage questions and feedback to foster ownership. Recognizing and rewarding efforts tied to company objectives reinforces alignment. At Amazon, where every role supports customer value and innovation, my approach helps build purpose-driven teams committed to shared success. 16. How do you promote diversity and inclusion? I believe diverse teams are more innovative and effective. I actively recruit from a wide talent pool, ensuring inclusive job descriptions and fair evaluation criteria. I foster a safe environment where every voice is heard and respected. I provide DEI training and encourage open dialogue. During meetings, I ensure equal participation and avoid bias in performance reviews. I also support employee resource groups and mentorship programs. By embedding inclusion into team culture, I help create an environment where everyone feels valued, engaged, and empowered. 17. Tell me about a time you managed a cross-functional project. I led a cross-functional initiative to reduce delivery times, involving operations, tech, and logistics teams. I established shared goals, created a detailed project plan, and facilitated regular stand-ups to ensure alignment. Each team had unique challenges, so I promoted open communication and adapted timelines collaboratively. We identified process redundancies and integrated a new tracking system. As a result, we improved delivery efficiency by 18%. Managing across departments taught me the value of transparency, empathy, and coordination, skills essential for any Amazon leadership role. 18. What's your strategy for managing remote or hybrid teams? Effective remote management starts with trust, clear expectations, and regular communication. I use collaboration tools for real-time updates, set SMART goals, and hold weekly video check-ins. I ensure team members feel connected through virtual team building activities and regular recognition. Feedback loops and one-on-one meetings help address challenges early. I also emphasize results over hours worked, promoting autonomy. At Amazon, where teams often work across time zones, this approach ensures performance and engagement remain high, regardless of location or work format. 19. How do you handle feedback from your superiors? I welcome feedback as an opportunity for growth. I actively listen without defensiveness, ask clarifying questions, and express appreciation for constructive input. I reflect on the feedback, identify action steps, and apply changes quickly. I also follow up to demonstrate improvement and seek ongoing guidance. This attitude fosters trust and continuous development. At Amazon, where feedback is integral to leadership and growth, my approach ensures I remain adaptable, coachable, and aligned with organizational expectations and performance standards. 20. What do you know about Amazon's leadership principles? Amazon's 16 leadership principles guide every decision and interaction. Principles like customer obsession, invent and simplify, and hire and develop the best particularly resonate with me. I believe in diving deep to understand challenges, insisting on high standards, and taking ownership even beyond my responsibilities. These principles create a culture of accountability, innovation, and relentless improvement. I incorporate similar values into my leadership style, which makes me confident that I can thrive and contribute positively to Amazon's mission-driven, fast-paced environment. 21. Describe a time you had to make a difficult decision. Once, I had to reassign a longtime employee who was underperforming despite coaching. After evaluating performance data and consulting HR, I made the tough decision to reassign them to a role better suited to their strengths. It was difficult emotionally, but necessary for team efficiency. I handled the transition transparently and supportively, ensuring they maintained dignity and felt valued. The team's performance improved, and the employee found new motivation in their revised role. Difficult decisions are part of leadership, and I always aim for fairness and growth. 22. How do you measure team performance? I use a mix of quantitative KPIs, like productivity, quality, and efficiency metrics, and qualitative indicators such as engagement, collaboration, and innovation. Regular performance reviews, pulse surveys, and one-on-ones help assess both outcomes and behaviors. I also track progress toward team goals and individual development plans. I provide ongoing feedback and adjust strategies as needed. Transparent communication ensures everyone understands expectations. This structured yet flexible approach helps maintain high standards and supports continuous growth, which aligns perfectly with Amazon's performance-driven culture. 23. What would you do in your first 90 days as a manager at Amazon? In my first 90 days, I would focus on learning Amazon's systems, culture, and team dynamics. I'd build relationships through one-on-one meetings, understand current workflows, and identify quick wins and long-term opportunities. I'd align my team with organizational goals and set performance expectations. Listening would be my top priority to ensure I understand challenges and opportunities from multiple perspectives. I'd also begin tracking key metrics to evaluate progress. This strategic onboarding ensures I contribute quickly while building a foundation for long-term success. 24. What makes you a great fit for this role? I bring a proven track record in team leadership, operational excellence, and continuous improvement. I'm data-driven, customer-focused, and passionate about innovation, qualities that align with Amazon's leadership principles. My ability to drive results while empowering teams sets me apart. I thrive in fast-paced environments and embrace challenges as opportunities. I understand the expectations at Amazon and am fully prepared to contribute to its mission of delivering exceptional value to customers. My leadership philosophy, strategic thinking, and adaptability make me a strong match for this role. 25. Where do you see yourself in 5 years at Amazon? In 5 years, I aim to grow into a senior leadership position at Amazon, where I can influence broader strategy and mentor emerging leaders. I see myself leading larger teams, driving innovation, and contributing to global initiatives that enhance customer experience and operational excellence. I'm committed to continuous learning and expanding my impact within the company. Amazon's dynamic environment offers endless opportunities, and I'm excited to evolve with the organization while upholding its high standards and leadership principles every step of the way. Amazon manager interviews demand clear examples, leadership alignment, and strategic thinking. These top 25 questions and answers prepare you to stand out with confidence and clarity. Study them well, practice articulating your stories, and step into your interview ready to lead.